There you go.
Right, good morning, everyone. And it is morning too. It's currently 10 past 4 in the morning. Myself and Donna have got up bright and early, which hasn't happened for a long time, to watch a game of rugby. In today's modern world, where replays come up at 8 o'clock in the morning and all the rest of it. So we're here to help Hamish out a little bit and do this live commentary while he's currently tied up doing the Rugby League World Cup until half-time. So you'll have to bear with us to half-time. We're certainly not as good at doing this as what Hamish is, but we're just going to do our best. I hope the All Blacks do their best, and you'll get Hamish to replace us at half-time, ideally. All going well. We're just currently having the national anthem of New Zealand. We've just had a tribute to a couple of Welsh legends that have unfortunately died or passed away in this last few months or so. So that's the end of the New Zealand national anthem. So we'll have the Welsh one, and then we're into live action.
I was not half asleep.
Yeah, we'll wake up by half time. It'll be all good. We'll be due to go back to bed probably. It's certainly a big game for the All Blacks. Their form hasn't exactly been great this year, but we're hoping that they put it together for this game. The Welsh, 69 years since they beat the All Blacks. They would have been looking at the All Blacks form this year and thinking, this is our time. Argentina can do it. So certainly Wales will be keen. And they look keen. We're just having their national anthem. They sing with a passion. They play with a passion. They're keen to go. I can see it in their eyes. They're keen.
Can you see?
Can I see? Yeah, only just.
We got Ollie at 3:41 a.m. He's been here early. Go, yes.
Oh, we've got a couple of keen fellas.
Who's come on, Wales, and Kia kaha from Matthew. How's it going? Hamish will be here later.
Yep.
Things we do for our
TAB odds. Wales are currently paying $3.60. The All Blacks $1.30. So a lot of people still believing that the All Blacks are going to play really, really well here. Hamish has grown up fast. Yeah.
This is what he'll look like.
Like I said, last time we got up this early, I probably had hair like Hamish. But... Righto, that's the national anthem's done. The roof's on. There'll be an enormous amount of atmosphere in the stadium. Great big stadium.
Junior Ryder's just come from Hamish's other live stream. Welcome in.
He's just waiting for the rugby.
Let's go.
Righto, the All Blacks are sort of shaping up to do the haka now. We're just trying to check through and see if we can see anybody that's different to what we've got in the lineups. Hamish has given us a lineup.
Finally good, eh?
I probably can't read the names out as fast as what Hamish does, but we'll work from there. Certainly used to be a lot easier commentating, or if you were watching the rugby and that. Welsh team used to have about 3 Joneses and 3 Williamses. Now there's not quite so many.
Yeah, and that won't fit on one page.
Yep. Aaron Smith's going to lead the haka. I think this is about his 116th game, I believe. He's now just surpassed Dan Carter as the most capped All Black back. Not a big rugby league fan.
Yeah, it's just waiting for this game, yeah.
Sam Whitelock taking over the captaincy from Sam Kane, who unfortunately had to go home due to a cheek injury. So we've got Sam right at the front of the haka, leading from the front, hopefully, throughout the game.
Geez, no, Mum, you're up early. She says, morning, Hamish, Mum and Dad. Did you manage to get some sleep? Yeah, some, but
yeah,
you always never sleep properly when you know you have to get up early.
And to be fair, there was an awful lot of banging going on last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, being fireworks, of course.
Now they know where Hamish gets it from.
Righto. Haka done. It's nearly time. There's a bit of smoke hanging around inside the stadium. Right, here's the teams. Welsh team. Righto, we've got a few Looks like most things are pretty much the same as... No, we've got a change. We've got Preston at first 5 instead of Gareth Anscombe, by the look of that. Not sure what happened there.
Anscombe's back at fullback. Yeah.
Oh, he's gone back to fullback. There you go. So I wonder what happened to Lee Halfpenny.
Gavin's asked, "Hey Hamish, did you shave your hair off? You look different." Daddy is commentating. No, Hamish is doing the rugby league next door.
So the All Blacks
first half.
So the All Blacks team is as named. Be interesting to see how Geordie Barrett goes again at second 5, considering he had a very, very good game against Australia when he first changed there. Whether he can carry that form through.
Yeah.
Righto. Almost set. Wayne Barnes, New Zealand's favourite referee, is chief in charge of this one. Although, to be fair, he has got a bit better. Since the infamous forward pass that we haven't forgotten about at the World Cup, but one day we will.
I am nutty. Says this is my
fourth
international game today.
Hey,
this is. I think they're supposed to be
fourth international game already.
Yeah, score prediction, sir.
Well, to be honest, I'm picking Wales. Wales to get up by 5. I'm hoping that the All Blacks can find some form, but I'm not sure that things will have changed yet. Hopefully the All Black backline can get going. Right, here we are. Here's kickoff time. Wales to kick off. Whitelock secures the kickoff, taking it to the ground. It's come down about the 22. Aaron Smith clears. Cody Taylor hits it up into the centre field. The All Blacks a little bit slow getting there, but they've secured it. Been asked to use Thomas Francis just making a bit of a nuisance of himself over the top. But Smith puts up the box kick. No, secured by Wales. To be fair, there was about 3 people blocking any chasers coming through. 40 metres out. The hooker hits it up. Ken Owens. All Blacks defence up very quickly. Cody Taylor makes the tackle in midfield. As Wales clear it again, shifting it wide. George North made a good run down the sideline. Scott Barrett, great covering tackle, but Wales still have it, clearing it again. Will Rollins hits it up. Wales look keen to move it, to be fair. Heading out the back line now. Oh, Dalton Papali'i's dyed his hair blonde. Looked like he had a cap on backwards. I was trying to work out who that was. Penalty to the All Blacks at the breakdown. But tremendous start by Wales. Certainly keen to get going.
Yep. Next is high.
Richie Mo'unga, great kick. Down to about 30 metres out from the Welsh line. Rico O'Oney just come up out of their line there reasonably quickly. Basically created the gap there, so hopefully they get that sorted. Oh, nearly a head clash. Right, first line out throw. Cody Taylor secures, but it's been dropped at the back by Shannon Frizzell. But the All Blacks have cleaned it up. Aaron Smith directing traffic. Hit up by Lomax. Smith, Shannon Frizzell, another run, but good tackling here by the Welsh. Oh, Wayne Barnes wanted to play in our backline. Aaron Smith just beamed him with the ball. Now, a penalty to the All Blacks looks like about 30 metres out. So I'm picking this will be the first kicking opportunity.
I'm Nutty saying, did you know your son's friend didn't know what foot rot flats was?
I'll slap him later.
Yeah.
Was that George? Could he not know what foot rot flats was? we not teach him that?
George would know what foot looks like. No, maybe he didn't.
Mm-hmm. Righto. Richie Mwanga.
Oh, we got Camo Peach. Hi from an Irish fan in Switzerland. Come on, All Blacks.
Oh, welcome into the live stream. What time is it in Switzerland? Hamish would always ask.
Oh, yeah, true. Can everyone hear us all right? Because we wasn't sure whether Hamish from the other room might be a bit loud.
Richard Mwanga looks like he's about 37 metres out, slight angle to the left of the posts.
There's an echo. He said under 40. Good kick.
First kick's over. First points to the All Blacks.
Oh, yep. Update.
Yep. Scoreboard's updated 3-0. So nothing too scary in the opening plays, basically. Wales look keen to move the ball, and the All Blacks look keen to move the ball. So
it's a decent time over in Switzerland, 16:20.
Oh, that would be all right.
Yeah, it would be.
So it's basically 12 hours behind.
AB's cheating already. Really?
Wales kick off again. Sevi Reece claims the kick, but he's hit early, basically, or hit at the same time, effectively. Taylor takes it into contact again. Aaron Smith looking to clear. Wayne Barnes has said use it. Looks like it's another box kick by Aaron Smith. Sevi Reece coming forward. Good pressure jump. And the All Blacks have reclaimed it. At this stage, Aaron Smith takes it to ground. Cleared by Geordie Barrett, playing at halfback, biggest halfback in the world. Geordie Barrett, kicks it down the middle of the field, basically. And Anscombe returns fire. A little bit of forcing back. Mwanga takes it just inside the 22 and kicks in the touch. That's a great kick. We've got a line out now about 30 metres out from the Welsh line. That's a great kick by Richie Mwanga. Bounces just inside the line. Hello. The forwards were just having a little discussion about what was going on or where they were going for dinner afterwards, maybe.
They were just asking Whitelock if he was really captain today.
That could have been what they were asking, yeah. He said, yep, I'm the boss, so let's get on with it. Right, line out throw to Wales. Secured by Adam Baird. 22 metres out from the Welsh line. Wales have got the ball at the back.
They can hear us perfect too, apparently.
Excellent. Wales put up a little box kick and Geordie Barrett dropped it, unfortunately. So back to Wales, who have punched the ball downfield, and it's gone into touch 40 metres out from the All Black line. Good kick by Gareth Anscombe. Ex-Kiwi boy. Yep. Played a bit of rugby for the Blues and the Chief in New Zealand, so he'll know New Zealand style of rugby. Cody Taylor goes to Papali'i at the front of the line out. And the All Blacks look set to have a wee drive. Just got a Welsh guy that thinks he's part of the All Black side, so Hardy Savia is just trying to remove him. And we've got another couple of Welsh guys heading down the other side of the ruck. Aaron Smith's trying to elude Wayne Barnes to maybe they could just move out of there. And it just turned into a mess at the back of the ruck. Wales looking to open it up. That's a great run. Bodie Barrett just gets a hold of a jersey, hangs on for dear life, and dragged around like a school kid. Wales hit it up close to the ruck, halfback looking to clear. First five, we chip over the top, but it's gone. It's gone straight to Caleb Clark, but he's dropped it.
You got to catch it before you run.
He was all set to run 60 metres, sidestep in and out, score under the post,
time, wasn't it?
And he just had to catch it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we are the parents.
Hey?
Someone's asked if we are the parents. Yeah. Hamish is just in the next room doing the rugby league. We're just doing the first half. So he will be back at halftime.
So we're trying not to talk too loud so that we don't end up talking over each other's commentaries. But right, Welsh line out.
I think they're home invader holding.
There's an awful lot of protesting going on. Wayne Barnes is going, just throw it in. Yeah, Wales secure the line out. They put it into the back looking for a drive, but the All Blacks are counter-driven, but they're getting a little bit of momentum now going forward. It stopped once, and now it's gone to ground, so the Welsh play it. Kevin Owens has a wee run, or Ken Owens, sorry. Good tackle by Papali'i, but they've secured the ball again.
Someone says, who the hell are these guys?
A couple of imposters just popped in from outside.
Yeah. Thought we'd watch the rugby.
Wales about 38 metres out, just punching it up through the forwards at the time. Adi Xavier over the top of the ball. He's making a nuisance, and he's got it. Great work, Xavier. The All Blacks out the back line. Moanga taken in a tackle by the opposite. Aaron Smith clears it quickly. Bodie Barrett. Forwards hit it up again. Aaron Smith. All Blacks up to halfway. Papali'i through a gap. He's made a break. Papali'i down to the 22. Still running. Taken down. 15 metres out. All Blacks fast ball. Bodie Barrett. Nearly through a gap. All Blacks pressuring. Short pass to Shannon Frizzell. Punches it up to about 7 metres out from the goal line. Adi Xavier over again. The man who started with a brilliant turnover. Whitelock all but slips through. Xavier, legs driving. Metre away. Aaron Smith looking for it. Going to the short side. Scott Barrett punches it up. Welsh defence holding, but they're only just. All Blacks attacking the line. Shannon Frizzell, short pass. Ethan de Groot taken just on the line. Still looking. Setting it again. Xavier, right. He's low. Leg drive. Cody Taylor must be over. Try the All Blacks. Cody Taylor. Driven from the back of the scrum. Or back of the ruck.
No, I won't do the second half. I won't do the second half. No, I'm just here to read the comments and start the broadcast. I've done that.
Fantastic turnover by Adi Xavier. Started this all back about 60 metres down the field.
There's a quick question for you. After last night's All Blacks A game against My Island, is the All Blacks second team better than their first team?
Well, they certainly played well. And to be fair, there is actually an awful lot of players in that All Blacks second team that could quite happily play in the first team. Whether they're better, the other question could be, was Ireland's second team better than the Irish team?
No.
It's all about, I guess, about the depth of each country. Right, Richie Moanga lines up the conversion, and it's over. So the All Blacks are out to a 10-0 lead after 11 minutes.
Maxie said we're doing great.
Hey?
Maxie said we're doing great.
Ah, thanks, Maxie. Great to have you on. Hamish will be happy. He's number one ex-All Black fan. All Blacks, an impressive start. None of the little silly mistakes, knock-ons, etc. that we've seen. So all bodes well for the rest of the game. Although, just as I've said that, kick-off, Shannon Frizzell. Nobody looked like they wanted it there, and Shannon Frizzell jumped in at the last minute to take it, but unfortunately he's let it go straight through. So this is the first scrum of the game. Wales attacking 20 metres out from the All Black line. Great big high kick. Yep, nobody really wanted it. And Shannon Frizzell says, oh, well, it must be one in the end. Never got in a good position to catch it. Just straight through. Hands out in front like the alligator.
Ian Foster looks as though he's got old over the last few months.
Right, first scrum of the game. Let's see how this goes. We're on about the 15-metre line, 20 metres out from the goal line. front rowers lining up. This will be interesting, actually, because certainly Ethan de Groot has proved himself as a strong scrummager. So ball in. First scrum goes down, but Wales have cleared it to the back, and Wayne Barnes has said play on. Aaron Smith making a nuisance of himself. But Wales look like they might have managed to get it to the back. Out to Will Rowlands. Hits it up. Still 20-odd metres out, so they're not going anywhere at the moment. Good tackle by Coley Taylor. Wales still trying to hit it forward. Giving it to the big prop. Oh, he's dropped it in contact. Great tackle by whoever that was for the All Blacks. Sam Whitelock. What a great tackle. Big man on big man. Hey, Wales just looked a little bit lost there. They hit it up a couple of 3 times and then managed to find a prop that was probably 10 metres behind the ruck area, just sort of working his way towards the ruck. And they said, here, you can have this. Make a name for yourself, son. But so poor old Thomas Francis, he thought he was just showing up to the next ruck. Right, All Black scrum this time. Let's see how this goes. Midfield, 20 metres out from the All Blacks goal line. We've got Richie Moanga on one side, Bowden Barrett on the other side in the line. So they could go blind here to Bodie Barrett. A lot of space. Scrum's gone down. Penalty to the All Blacks. 1 and 3, apparently. So poor old Thomas Francis sitting at a very good minute there. Drops the ball for a start and then gets bloody pinged at the scrum or part.
Connor can hear Hamish.
Oh, I can't tell him to shut up again, will I?
No, I can.
All right, All Blacks have cleared the ball up to about the 40-metre line. Line out All Blacks ball.
Oh, he's been sorry, half asleep. You can hear Hamish laugh out loud and you. So,
right, Lomax. Oh, the All Blacks punching it up through the middle of the line out. Wales fouling out. Oh, Ethan de Groot's dropped it on the charge through. Well, I'm pleased I mentioned about there hadn't been any of those silly knock-ons.
Yeah.
Wow. Put the mockers completely on them.
Oh, that's me. No, you go.
What have we found? Someone who's got nothing better to do.
Hang on.
Arnie Xavier didn't quite get it clean. It went over Papali'i, bounced back into Lomax, found a big hole in the middle of the line out, and then Ethan de Groot charged it and dropped it down. Where is Hamish? He's hiding in the next room.
You've got old. Had a few hard months. Yeah, Hamish is next door doing another commentary.
We've had Hamish. That's why we look like this. Right, All Black scrum. No, Wales scrum. Ball to the back. Aaron Smith made a nuisance of himself, and he's put pressure on the halfback, and he's knocked it on. The All Blacks have turned it over.
You've got them good on you.
Shannon
trying.
Shannon Frizzell hits it forward, and Lomax drops it. But luckily, a penalty from the scrum for the All Blacks.
Thanks, Gareth. I had a spammer. It was a bit slow, but Gareth got them.
Good work.
No.
Lomax was looking forward to see where he was going to run. It's the old story. No matter how safe it looks like you're going to catch the ball, if you're not looking at it, it just seems to have an opportunity to disappear from right in front of your hands. Right. Richie Moanga kicks a penalty deep inside the Welsh 22 now. All Blacks about 10, 12 metres out from the line.
It's actually Hamish's suit that he wears.
Cody Taylor throws. Secured at the front by Frizzell.
He gets it from
Aaron Smith. Geordie Barrett
Hallensteins.
Takes the first hit up. Aaron Smith again clears. Artie Xavier driving forward. Still driving. 5 metres out. 4 metres out. Welsh guy tries to spoil. Smith clears. Pass infield to Groot, who fell awkwardly in that tackle, to be fair. Cleared to Shannon Frizzell. 5 metres out. All Blacks still pressing. We need some forwards. Hardy Severe comes in. Sam Whitelock. Well tackled, short. Aaron Smith clears again. Lomax punches it up. The All Blacks putting pressure on again. Good inside run there by Shannon Frizzell, I think it was. Aaron Smith clears again. Xavier, leg driving again. Still manages to get the ball back. Leighton de Groot, 2 feet out from the line. Wales spoiling flat out. Advantage again. Oh, they're debating whether it's yellow card country. There must be a few Kiwis in the crowd. There, quick tap. Short. I think Cody Taylor scored again. Yep. He's got a bit. He's got the white line on his forehead.
So Risa said, appreciate you and your family getting up early and putting on some live commentary for us both.
Oh, very
Union
good.
and League, and especially at 4:30. Exactly, solid commitment. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the comment, because yes, very solid commitment.
So great effort there. Aaron Smith could see what was happening. Quick pass, quick tap and pass to Artie Xavier, who powered towards the line, and then Cody Taylor. Almost an action replay of the first try, basically, just straight off the back. Scott Barrett right on his shoulder, and the two of them drive over the line. Aaron Smith, really, really happy about that, to be fair. And Cody Taylor's got a white line right across his forehead. It's nearly the same colour as Dalton Papali's hair. He's not normally that blonde, is he? Right.
Xavier plays like an Irish warrior.
Wales kick off again. Let's see if the All Blacks can secure this yet. Sam Whitelock comes in and takes this one cleanly.
Hi, Darren.
Hello there. Aaron Smith clears to Cody Taylor. The All Blacks set a ruck 20 metres out, 25 metres out from the goal line. Aaron Smith just getting the ball to the back of the ruck. Gone with the box kick again. Same side, Sevu Reese charging through, but taken cleanly by Anscombe. Wales go the short side. Good tackle, Geordie Barrett. Oh, that's a big hit by Tyrell Lomax on Falatau. Two big people coming together. Wales have just sort of lost a little bit of that fluidity that they had early in the back line. Great tackle by Caleb Clark coming in off his wing. But they've conceded a penalty because he rolled the wrong way.
Really?
Well,
it's the Wayne Barnes of old.
To be fair, that was pretty soft, actually.
David the Molte side.
Yeah. If you make the tackle from sort of coming in from the left-hand side, and then in the momentum you roll around to the right-hand side and get up and run back, well, you know. But Wales have kicked the ball into the corner. They're not taking the three, so obviously keen to try and get back into this game. 21 minutes gone, 17 points down, so Wales have seen an opportunity. Setting the line out. Looks like about 8 metres out from the All Blacks line. Let's see if the All Blacks can defend what will look like a drive. Taken cleanly at the front. The All Blacks are counter-driving here a wee bit. It's just crabbing sideways. It's not really going anywhere other than sideways. Halfback looking to clear. Sends it out. Short pass to the centre. They set the ball in midfield again. Halfback clear. Still going left. Slow ball. Another forward punch up here. Not a punch up, just a punch up.
Is Hamish
out the back line.
Covering Ireland versus South Africa? I'm assuming he is.
Yeah. Good tackle, Rico. Ball set again. Right-hand touchline. 25 metres out. Wales still trying to punch it up through the forwards, but the All Blacks defence is solid. They're not getting any ground here. Moving it out the back line now. Oh, missed tackle by Sevu Reese, but cleaned up by Geordie Barrett. Dalton Papali'i over the ball trying to clear it, but hasn't been able to get it. Wales recycle and out the back line it goes again. Coming left, creating a wee bit of space. Oh, great tackle. Oh, on the hooker by Bodie Barrett. They reset it again. Still attacking, still basically the same part of the field that they started on. 25 metres out from the goal line. Taken forward by the halfback. Clear it out to Reece Salmon, I think it is. Winger getting involved. Ball at the back of the ruck, waiting for a halfback. Here he comes. Great defence by the All Blacks. George North tries and get a bit of momentum going. Great low tackle by Dalton Papali'i. Wales recycle again. They're retaining the ball well, but they're not going anywhere. Second five tries to take a wee step and head up the middle, but cleaned up by the forwards on the way past. Still attacking, still going short side. North just makes it over the 22, but now they've got an advantage, unfortunately. And penalty now for Scott Barrett over the top, apparently.
No, that's it.
No clear. Sevi Reece over the top. Looked like he had a fairly good crack at the ball, actually, to be very honest, but can't have given North enough time to release the ball first. Just a wee injury break here for the Welsh hooker. Ken Owens getting a little bit of work on his knee by the look of it, which is not ideal if you're a hooker. He doesn't look that happy about it, actually. It might be a hip. They're sucking a bit of air anyway. I think they might be just having a little spell for a little bit of air, I think. There was a long passage of play where they basically went nowhere.
Hamish is next door. Luke has asked where is the younger Kiwi lad.
Mm.
Connor said, laugh out loud. I just spoke to Hamish. He said, sorry, but I told him it was hilarious hearing him. I thought, gosh, he grew up very fast.
So still just getting a little bit of attention for Ken Owens, but he's up and running again now. Looks like Wales might kick for the corner again here. They're about 10 metres in from the touchline, 20 metres out, or 25 metres out from the goal line. Yeah, looks like they're kicking for the corner. That's a great kick. Wales got a line out 5 metres out from the goal line. This will be another one where great to see how the All Blacks defend this. They've certainly gone all right in the counter driving in the last few, so hopefully that can carry on. Right. Welsh have got the plan organised after a wee team meeting. Line out to set. They've gone long. It's been secured. Back of the ruck. Moved it fast out the back line. Oh, Salmon through. Oh, Rio Dyer, sorry. Left winger coming in off the left-hand side. Pops up outside the second five.
Was that not?
Easy pass and straight through.
I thought he ran behind someone.
On debut, so that'll be a great moment for the young fella. Right. We'll get a look end on here. Out to the first five, second five, a lot of bodies in motion. They may look at that. Richie Mo'unga and Dalton Papali'i basically tackled the same player who was a decoy runner. And Rio Dyer run behind them straight through a great big hole.
Oh,
it's Geordie Barrett, sorry, and Richie Mo'unga tackled the same person.
So they can sort of hear Hamish in the background by the sound of it.
Okay.
But they're calling it one of New Zealand great sporting events commentary.
Converted by Anscombe, so Wales back in the game now. 17-7, 26 minutes gone. Yeah, so Geordie Barrett come in and took the No, Geordie Barrett didn't get anybody. Basically, Richie Mo'unga came in and took the inside man and left the hole effectively, but never mind. Right, All Blacks turn to kick off, secured by Wales. Falatau hits it back up to the 22. Good tackle. Wales can't kick directly for touch. Scott Barrett putting a bit of pressure on the halfback, who's Beauden Barrett almost secures the kick, but it's cleaned up by Whitelock, hasn't gone backwards. Aaron Smith, Richie Mo'unga, Caleb Clark making a run from the midfield. I think that's the first run he's had, I think. Beauden Barrett's put a box kick up, and it's marked. No. Absolutely no pressure on that. I'm not going to say it was a dumb play, but that was a dumb play. Easy mark in the 22 for the Welsh, who have now kicked the ball to 45 metres out from the All Blacks goal line.
I'm nutty. I have 3 monitors going plus TV, so multiple games going plus YouTube.
Oh, isn't sport fantastic at the moment?
Yeah.
There's that much sport on with the Rugby League World Cup. Great take by Whitelock there. Short ball. Geordie Barrett punching through. Offload to Lomax. All Blacks looking to get some fast ball going. Adi Xavier, legs driving forward again. They're trying to hold him up in the tackle, but he's got it to ground. Smith clears. Rico Urani, first run. The All Blacks are finding a bit of space here, and they're making some yardage. Adi Xavier bouncing around like a pinball, but still going. All Blacks inside the 22. Richie Mo'unga thought about a little run there. Oh, that just dived over the top, but luckily he's got out of it, and Wayne Barnes has gone near enough. That'll do. The All Blacks set 20 metres out from the goal line. Aaron Smith clears to the right. Adi Xavier sort of standing still, so no momentum there. Wales trying to counter ruck. They've fallen over the top, and they've secured a penalty somehow or rather out of that. Ethan de Groot just letting the guy know that probably wasn't the greatest move, and he's got away with it. He's still pressing his case, Ethan de Groot. Now Sam Whitelock's gone in to play ambassador, and right now that Ethan de Groot's got his point across.
French top 14 has 4 games going at the moment. Well, I suppose this is their season, isn't it? But pretty.
Is that
the French top 14?
So neither of those two guys stayed on their feet when they come over the top.
Well, that's why the line.
But anyway,
ground.
Well done, Wayne.
Yeah.
Right, good clearance by Wales. Push it up into the counter up, guys. Yep, straight over the top, lying on the ground, falling over, and then Ethan de Groot and Falatau, I think it is, have quite a lengthy discussion actually about the ins and outs of All Black Welsh Rugby. All right, Ken Owens to throw. Wales just inside the All Blacks half. Off the top of the line out the back line. Good tackle midfield, Geordie Barrett. Wales clear. Oh, great big hole beside the ruck. Clean break by Nick Tompkins. Up to about 10 metres out from the goal line. Wales putting the pressure on now. Severus tries to strip the ball on the tackle. Oh, advantage to the Welsh again.
Oh, it's stupid.
That's a mess. Going back after an obstruction in midfield.
Oh, they want to know what the halftime entertainment is.
Hey? What?
Want to know what the halftime entertainment is.
Oh. Right. Wales midfield.
Sorry. Some guys. Sorry, opened a bottle and realised the full bottle next to me. Let's focus on the game.
Ah.
Oh, well, you'll be able to drink both of them at the same time.
I've had that trouble before, but that's why God gave you 2 hands.
Yeah. How do we watch the game? Ask Hamish at halftime. He knows where everything is. I have no idea.
Ah. Yeah, clean break by Tonkinson, straight through beside the ruck.
Halftime entertainment is me going to bed.
So we've got a Welsh penalty. midfield, about 20 metres out. My money's on an easy 3 points. Yep. Never in doubt. The All Blacks discipline's just letting them down a wee bit at the moment, starting to give away a few silly little penalties. Wales were doing it early and the All Blacks had the momentum. Now it's the All Blacks' turn to start giving away those silly, stupid little penalties that's been plaguing them all season. And now Wales have got the momentum. 31 minutes gone, 17-10. Kick off again, taken just outside the 22. Wales in control of the ball at the back of the ruck. Just bringing in a few extra reinforcements to get a little bit more better of platform for the halfback who's trying to negotiate the props back leg to get the ball cleared. Box kick again. It's gone high. Bodie Barrett takes it cleanly this time, but he's tackled immediately. All Blacks on halfway. Whitelock off to Ethan de Groot, who makes a good run, actually. Aaron Smith, a little bit of interference at the back of the ruck, but manages to clear it. Shannon Frizzell hits it up. Welsh guy in, but he's all over it like a rabid dog, basically. No clear release. Penalty. Falatea just a little bit keen there.
Aiden says hi.
Hello, Aiden. Right, All Blacks penalty. Kick for the corner. Right, let's see if the All Blacks can get the momentum back here. Opportunity. About 15 metres out from the Welsh goal line. Cody Taylor to throw. Oh, it's probably 20 metres to be fair. Sam Whitelock just getting the call. Dalton Papali'i at halfback by the look of it here. Taylor throws. Cleanly taken by Whitelock. Off to Papali'i. Round to Taylor. Great run. Heading towards the midfield. Opens it up immensely. Smith off the back. Lomax charges forward. All Blacks 10 metres out. Xavier, leg drive again. Snapped up by Frizzell, but he's running a little bit high and gets pushed backwards by a great tackle by Welsh flanker. Smith clears. All Blacks push forward again. A little bit of patience here required just to keep punching this up. They're making headway. Xavier goes again. 3 metres out from the goal line. Lomax has a look. Has a drive. Sets again. Smith, Papali'i. Penalty advantage coming the All Blacks' way, so they can really have a crack here. Richie Mo'unga kicks out wide. Geordie Barrett catches it. Try. Kick it to the tall man who can jump. That's the key. Wayne Barnes is awarded. I don't think they're checking anything here. Oh. Richie Mo'unga's got an awful lot of white paint on him too, but clearly the line markings have only just been done. Geordie Barrett over the top of the debutant. Rio Dyer scores. Great catch, a bit like an AFL catch, really. Hands high above the head.
We had the guy all over him.
Couple of penalties by Wales, and the All Blacks get the advantage back. Hopefully Ian Foster's cotton on to that, or the All Blacks coaching team have cotton on to that, and just got to eliminate those silly penalties. Right, Mo'unga, 3 from 3, 39 metres. Couple of metres in from the sideline, so by far his hardest kick so far. Just needs to curl. He missed it out to the right-hand side, unfortunately, but the All Blacks 22-12. 5 minutes to go to half-time, so yeah, standing start against a tall guy coming through with momentum on his side. 21st try for Geordie Barrett. Right.
Sorry.
Wales to kick off again.
So someone's asked, where can I watch rugby live?
Ah.
So try a rugby game. It's harsh.
Shannon Brazil takes the kick off the All Blacks set. Wayne Barnes has called for Aaron Smith to use it. Looks like it's going to be a box kick again. They're persisting with that side. It's just going a smidgen too far again, but Geordie Barrett makes the tackle and tries to push them to the sideline. Wales reset. Ken Owens hits it up. Good tackle by Sam Whitelock. Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, sorry. Whitelock's been penalised for rolling away, basically. Not moving away is the call.
God, how quickly does he have to?
He made the tackle. He was at the back of the ruck.
He's a bit pedantic on that, isn't he?
He gets out of the way and he gets penalised. I think Wayne Barnes could call that all day on every tackle. So Wales have kicked to the corner again. It's a great tackle. Great low tackle. Finishes the tackle. And he shuffles out of the way as best he can.
He wasn't even in the way, was he?
No. Pedantic penalty, Wayne. I'm sorry. Shouldn't bag the ref, but that's pedantic. Right. Wales, 7 metres out from the All Blacks goal line. Whitelock contests the line out, but it's gone back to the Wales hooker. 5 metres out. Wales set the ruck. Off to the forwards. Forwards punch up with through Fatau. Slow ball. Open side flanker hits it round the side of the ruck, but it's going nowhere. All Blacks muscling up in defence. Whitelock over the top of the ball. Oh. Right. Francis hits it up. It's dropped it again. No knock on, apparently, even though it went backwards and then got pulled back into the ruck. Wales still pushing forward. Great tackle, Ethan de Groot. Slow ball. Wales trying to get set. They go blind. No way through there. I'm not sure what Wayne Barnes is trying to yell there. Can't understand his English accent. Another hit up by the forwards, by Thomas. We've got a penalty. Penalty to the All Blacks. Oh, we've picked up an off its feet. That's what he was on about. He was warning them about the last two lots of being off their feet. Straight off his feet over the top.
You could just about penalise every ruck, couldn't you?
Well, yeah.
Looking at that.
Well, that was the third one in a row. He warned them twice, basically. It's like the Ardi Savia penalty down the other end. But Right, so the All Blacks get a relieving penalty. Cleared up to 30 metres out from the goal line. Cody Taylor to throw.
God, is it just about half time already?
Yep, it's gone pretty quick. That's overthrown. Cleaned up by Wales at the back of the line out. They push up to the 22. We got a knock on beyond the ball by the All Blacks, Tyrell Lomax, over the top of the ruck. So we've got a penalty midfield, 22 metres out. And they're going to take the shot by the look of it. Wayne Barnes just trying to explain something to one of the Welsh guys regarding the line-outs. Not relevant to the All Blacks anyway, but Anscombe setting himself for the kick. 24 metres out, right in front. My money's on him to get it again.
You think?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not always given.
Not always given, but I think a man with this kicking ability will just about nail this. 22-10 at the moment.
Anscombe from Wales is taking the shot.
That's correct.
The
Oh, sorry. Oh, who's taking the... Sorry. Oh, you're
shot.
answering the comments.
Yeah, sorry.
And the kick is over. 22-13, halftime score. Plenty of action. Plenty of tries.
Yeah.
Plenty of silly little mistakes, or little penalties, although some of them have been sort of for very sort of minor things, but it's just taking a little bit of momentum out of the game at times. But certainly not a terrible performance by the All Blacks.
No.
Other than just those soft little penalties. So hopefully they can get that rectified for the second half. And my prediction might be a little bit out, I think. I think the All Blacks have got the potential to roll home here. There you go.
Yeah.
Finish right over the top of them. And I'm going to say they're going to put 25 points on them. There you go.
Oh, the Welsh fans won't be happy with that.
No, sorry to the Welsh fans.
Mm-hmm. And Sebastian, did you watch the cricket?
Better from Wales after a dreadful start. Wales need to come out second half with confidence. I think the only thing stopping the All Blacks from running away with this is just those silly little penalties that Wayne's finding. So it'll be interesting after the halftime talks. The All Blacks defence has been, for the best part, pretty solid. Certainly around the ruck, certainly at the line-out drives.
They went
couple of times they've been opened up in the middle. Whether that's just because Geordie Barrett and Richie Mo'unga aren't quite used to each other in defence, not quite working out who's taking who. But that's about the only holes that have actually been found. It's just those two around the side of the ruck, basically. So certainly if they can secure that up a bit. I haven't seen a lot of Caleb Clark or Rico running with the ball.
Haven't seen them at all.
Which would be nice. I think I can only remember twice maybe when Caleb Clark's touched the ball. Certainly only once on a running thing. And Rico, only probably the same. Sevu Reece, not even sure he's hit the ball, has he?
He hasn't gone looking for it anyway.
Even though the ball's been sort of shifted around a little bit in the back lines, it's sort of been shifted out to midfield, and then midfield has sort of been the forwards punching it back in again, trying to draw in a bit more Welsh defence. But
would Japan have beaten Wales based on last week? I think Japan would have beaten a few teams last week.
Yeah, Japan played pretty well last week.
They did.
And certainly would have had a crack anyway. Certainly, it's always sort of hard to predict when you're playing a totally different team.
Yeah, true.
With different strengths and things like that as to how it would go. And teams traditionally lift to play the All Blacks. Japan are a good team. They're starting to, they beat South Africa in the World Cup. They've beaten Ireland.
You put money into it, into the youth and that to bring them through. You're going to have good teams, aren't you?
The Japanese have benefited from international players going there, some of them towards the end of their careers, but they've certainly taken an awful lot of experience and things like that from around the world to Japan. They can utilise that and get that sort of bringing the young Japanese kids through and all the rest of it, then Japan could well become a force in world rugby. The more teams they beat along the way and all the rest of it, the more confidence they get. The more belief that they've got that they can beat. And they'll certainly never say die. So Jamie Joseph's, done tremendously well with the coaching side of things over there, and a couple of other Kiwis in the coaching box. Has certainly promoted their rugby and progressed it forward. And it'll keep progressing. And like you say, if there's a bit of money floating around that keeps players in the country, keeps kids coming through, and the strength of it is the next generation, effectively.
Just saying about, did you see Italy thrash Samoa? I hadn't honestly looked at any results, but Romania beat Chile 30-23, Scotland beat Fiji 28-12, and Italy beat Samoa 49-17. Jeepers. Italy must have had a good game.
Yeah, hard to know what team Samoa are putting up, because they tend to have a lot of players that travel out of Samoa and end up playing in other competitions around the world. So
yeah, and they aren't released it.
You certainly wouldn't know whether that was the strongest Samoan team that they could put up, but certainly a good result by Italy.
Oh.
And to be fair, the other two are probably as predicted. Scotland over Fiji.
Oh, England 42-0 over Papua New Guinea. Still going by the looks of that.
In the league.
Yeah. Is that what Hamish has done?
Yeah, So they're still in the second half. England in the Rugby League World Cup that Hamish is.
He's still got quite a bit to go.
Commentating. I think
we're in for the second half, some of it.
I think the parents have just realised they've been set up here.
Well and truly. And on you, Hamish.
So the All Blacks are leading territory. The All Blacks are also leading penalties conceded, 7-6, which is not ideal, and turnovers lost 4-2. So just those little mistakes. Lineouts are all even, 6-all.
Hamish is beating us in the views. People watching.
Oh, is he?
334.
Right. Adi Savia, they're just running through what's happened in the first half, but Adi Savia has been huge. He's been an absolute nightmare for the Welsh to tackle. Just that leg drive, high intensity stuff. And he just keeps going.
That's why they didn't give him the captaincy, wasn't it? So that he can concentrate on what he does best.
Yeah. So Reggie Moronga, 2 conversions out of 3. Wales penalties, Banscombe 2 from 2. So the goal kicking is on point. Clearly no wind or anything like that would affect anything as far as the kicking goes, with the roof closed at the stadium. And it's an impressive stadium. But it would be nice to see the All Blacks just sort of open up the back line a little bit more and let Caleb Clark and Sevi Rees have a crack. Sevi Rees marking up against New Boy on debut, Rio Dyer. Would be nice just to see if we can put a bit of pressure on those outsides for Lee Halfpenny not there at fullback. So that's certainly, he's a great defender and a great reader of the game, a lot of experience. The All Blacks, the only team to have lost a line out, and Cody Taylor overthrew one, but Wales have been forced to make more tackles than what the All Blacks have, and subsequently have missed more. So,
one of the comments.
Kicking meters pretty even.
Wales fortunate to be still in the game. New Zealand should be well out of sight.
Yeah, well, they've sort of just those silly little penalties and a couple of had a wee patch there just after I opened my mouth about dropping the ball.
Yeah, started dropping.
So we won't do that again. But yeah, it just allowed Wales just to get a little bit of momentum and get back into the game, basically. Just that easy yardage from those penalties gets you down into a position where suddenly you can start doing something. And to be fair, the All Blacks have restricted their momentum reasonably well from the driving lineouts and those situations around the rucks close to the line. But once you give away that advantage, penalty advantage, teams just get a chance to attack, and the All Blacks the same. You just get continual attack, so you basically get a free run to have a crack at anything. All Blacks scored 2 tries from penalties, basically within the 5 metres of the Welsh goal line. One to Geordie Barrett, one to Adi Savia, or second one. And you just can't afford to do it. Good teams will score. What's your score prediction? Have you done a score prediction?
I'm too tired to do a score.
What's your score prediction? You'll find out in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I was just struggling to start with. But I think, we've been conned.
Yeah. Huh? What's he done? 70 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. So they must be a bit slow that game. So for
Yeah.
those of you that are putting up with this, Hamish is next door doing the Rugby World Cup semi-final, isn't it?
No,
quarter-final.
Yeah, quarter-final, I think.
Between England and Papua New Guinea. He told us that we'd only be doing the first half of this game. But currently 70 minutes gone in that game, so we've got a little bit to go yet.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that half-time's not going to last another quarter of an hour.
That's why we didn't have any half-time entertainment planned. We thought Hamish was going to be the half-time entertainment.
That's it. Right? We could have had the dancing girls.
They probably had more energy than I did.
Coffee time for I'm nutty.
I don't actually drink coffee, so that can't keep me awake. So I always think these first games of the autumns are difficult for the northern teams. The southern teams have been together for ages and have match practice together as well. Yeah.
Don't know about that. These guys are all professional rugby players. They all train high intensity training. Yes, game situation a little bit different, but they basically do their training as a game situation. Certainly in the older days, maybe where teams didn't get to see each other quite so much on video, replays and video analysis and all that sort of stuff, then, you could bring in the element of surprise between the two hemispheres, because certainly there is a difference in how they play between Southern Hemisphere and Northern Hemisphere. But, nowadays everything's sort of analysed that much. They'll have a pretty good idea of what the opposition's going to bring. Trainings are sort of set around that. A lot of it is to counteract what the opposition are going to bring as opposed to what your team's going to bring. And especially the Northern Hemisphere side of things seems to be based on shutting the opposition down rather than sort of effectively opening them up type thing. So, I think the teams probably set themselves enough time together. All Blacks versus Japan last week. Well, they said the All Blacks were a bit rusty and all the rest of it and that. But like you say, they've been together for a bit. They should know what's going on. They just didn't execute, basically. Didn't show up, didn't play, or didn't play to the best of their ability. So, this is the first game of the Northern Tour for the All Blacks. Well, second game counting Japan. So, certainly you want to start the ball rolling on a good foot, basically. They've got some other big games coming. So, there we are. Scott McLeod, All Blacks assistant coach, has just said that the ball's a bit slippery. Just with the sort of heavy, humid atmosphere created by the roof being on. So, right. So the call from the All Blacks assistant coaches that the All Blacks are going to continue to try and play with a bit of width and move the ball around. But they're expecting a hard grind from Wales in the next 20 minutes. So we'll see how that plays out. I think Wales, they'll be looking to have a crack too. They started off reasonably confidently. They were moving the ball around, trying to shift the point of attack. So, and the All Blacks defended well, but it was creating a little bit of opportunity. And a few slightly tighter people now, it may open it up a bit. Of course, it comes down to being able to execute it without making the silly mistakes.
Okay, it's raining outside the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So just well, they have got the roof on.
Ah, okay. One advantage of the roof, I guess. Right. We're just checking to see if we've got any changes in the teams, but they're back out on the field. And we're just about set to go. Yes. Ellerman Jones is on anyway, so certainly huge amount of experience there. 154 tests this man's played.
How old is he?
He's about 100, but he'll kick it in for another 40 odd. Right, All Blacks kick off. We're away again. Reaching high and then held up in the air like a dirty dancing pose, basically.
People might not know.
No, they might not. They're probably a bit young.
Yeah.
Right, Moanga takes the kick downfield from the Welsh and the All Blacks set. Taylor to Smith. Passed over the top. Rigo only has a wee run. All Blacks recycling. Moanga just got a little bit of hesitation there. I think Geordie Barrett overrun him a little bit, so they've set again. Smith again. Bowden Barrett having a wee run, but driven backwards in the tackle. All Blacks set. And just support players are just getting a little bit ahead of the ball at the moment in the All Blacks, so it's just not quite opening up. But slow ball for Aaron Smith. Been asked to use it by Wayne Barnes. Waiting. Looking, box kick again. Who we got? Caleb Clark this time, but it's gone too deep. Aaron Smith cleaning up. Great tackle. All Blacks over the top, and we've won the ball. Aaron Smith chips into the box. It sits up nicely, but he was trying to hold it. Geordie Barrett was trying to hold him up inside the Welsh 22, but he managed to get a knee on the ground, so they set it again. Falatau hitting it up to the 22. Wales still have the ball clean at the back. Been asked to use it. Looks like Welsh turned to do the box kick, but that's gone a bit deep, I think. And it's gone into touch.
He's 37. Lovely.
Ellerman Jones.
Yeah. Why isn't Dan Bigger playing? He's probably injured, is he? Don't know.
No, not sure. No, he's one on the hit list. Right, All
sheet.
Blacks. Papali at the front. Cleared to Caleb Clark, and we hand off to Geordie Barrett. Aaron Smith, low pass, tremendous pressure by Wales on it, and it's been dropped, towed through by the Welsh halfback.
Oh, great pickup.
Geordie Barrett cleans up 2 meters out from the goal line and ends up running it into touch. Wales 5 meters out. Attacking moment, first attacking moment in the half to Wales. Oh, he was up pretty quick, but anyway, put pressure on on Shannon Frizzell. Kicked through, picked up beautifully by Bowden Barrett, but he couldn't elude the two chasers and ends up running it into touch. Right, Welsh line out. Ken Owens to throw. Secured at the front by Wales. All Blacks countering the drive. Holding firm at the moment. Wales trying to get some momentum, but it's going nowhere. They've got to use it now. Williams has a snipe round the side, tackled by his opposite, Aaron Smith.
Morning, Bill.
Rowlands charges forward. Cody Taylor, good tackle. Oh, now we've got an advantage again for something. Not even sure there's even an All Black in there, is it? But Falatau gets a free crack. Still 6 meters out. Well, shifting it to the left, puts a little kick through.
Yeah.
Cleaned up by Bowden Barrett, but they're going back for the penalty. That was a bit of a nothing kick and an absolute waste by Wales, really. Not moving away was the call again. Well, Cody Taylor made the tackle, so it certainly wasn't him. So there must have been another All Black in there somewhere. I couldn't actually see one. There was that many red jerseys there, but it looks like Anthem's going to take the kick. This will be interesting. It'll get us back within 6 points. Like you said before half-time, the All Blacks look like they've had most of the running of that, but Wales are still in this. And the longer they stay in it, the more they'll believe that the 69-year hoodoo can be broken. 69 years. It's a long time to be waiting for your next win against the All Blacks.
Ed says hi.
Hello there. Anscombe solid again from right out in front. He's liking those 20-metre kicks. And here's it. First change for Wales, or second change for Wales. Gareth Thomas has come off. New prop. Right. All Blacks to reset again. Kicks off again. Deep into the 22, taken by Faletau. They forced him towards the touchline. He just fired it in field, but luckily Wales have managed to clean up. They're only 5 metres out from their goal line. Anscombe gets a good kick, good clearance kick away to touch. 30-odd metres out from the All Blacks, from the Welsh goal line. All Blacks turn to try and put some pressure back on Wales now. Cody Taylor goes quickly, taken by Sam Whitelock. Excellent clean line out. All Blacks driving forward, vantage, man round the side at the ruck. So the All Blacks have got a chance here just to open it up and have a crack, I reckon. Although Wales are trying to kill this. Aaron Smith sniping run, he's straight through, still going, he's going to go! Aaron Smith, 30-metre run.
Try.
Open them up and just kept going. One missed tackle and bang, gone.
They said there's no better season to get a win over the ABs. If Wales don't win now, then I don't even know when they'll win.
Just a simple dummy to the open side flanker. Straight through the gap. Right foot step. Bang. Gone. Winger coming across. Steps inside him. Big miss there by, who's the number 14? It's on the next page.
We'll just call him Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis Rees-Zammit. Haven't really seen too much of him, to be honest, but he's certainly got well and truly beaten on the inside there by Aaron Smith. Richie Mwanga kicks the conversion. The All Blacks have opened up a little bit of breathing room now. Could that be the defining moment that blows the test match open?
Could well be.
Brings in my 26-point advantage. 25, was it? Mm-hmm. Great try, Aaron Smith. He'll be happy about that. Right, Wales kick off again.
Oh.
Straight through Sam Whitelock. Not even sure he got a hand on it. I think Wayne's playing a knock on, though. Right. All Blacks have secured it at the back, but we're going to a scrum. First knock on by the All Blacks. Not the ideal. Hey? Finally score points, and then cough it up straight afterwards. But what a great run by Aaron Smith. One step through the hole, one step through the cover defence, dives in beside the posts. Right, All Blacks to defend. 25 metres out from the All Blacks goal line. Scrum midfield for Wales. Let's see what they do here. Good pressure scrum by the All Blacks. Faletau manages to get it off the back, but it's not clean. But he's shown a little bit of power and got forward.
See you later.
Hello?
Owen's punching it up.
You can't have bed. I heard that you were yawning a little bit, were you?
Oh, is that what they were saying? Oops. I'm asleep.
We've got a penalty advantage for two players bumping into each other in the midfield. Hello, Hamish.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Well,
Yeah, well, viewers.
silly mistakes is keeping both teams in the game, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good run by Rees-Zammit. Papali tries to get around the side. A counter ruck. Disrupting. I'm assuming we're still under advantage. All Blacks over the top. Cody Taylor trying to steal the ball. Feel free to kick in anytime you like.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
I know.
Oh, that
Kick
looks
out-
dangerous. They almost
Kick
just
over the
scored.
top. Wales!
Oh, no. Wales have just scored as I've come in.
I'm not
Jason
sure.
Tipperick.
They'll look at this, I think. Oh, that was me.
That was you.
This will be
Can you
interesting.
hear it now?
I don't-
No. Now?
No, you've killed me.
I know. It dropped it.
Uh-oh.
I also don't have much out of the eardrums. Can you hear it now?
No.
Now? Okay.
So we've got a wee dink over the top here. Bodie Barrett, or Richie Moanga goes up to catches it, can't secure it. This guy picks it up. Oh, he might have had it. It looked awkward,
I
but
saw Bowden Barrett headbutt the post. I don't think he had that one planned, did he? Okay, Richie Moanga. Is that a knock on
don't
from the
know.
Welsh number 10? We've got Bowden here.
No, I'm not 100% sure he's got that clean. This will be interesting.
Bowden eats the post.
I go away and then Wales scored.
We've got two potential knock-ons. Yeah. I'm not sure he's actually got that ball. But we're still going to go back for the penalty to Wales after a 10-minute advantage. But everybody's looking at the screen.
Wayne Barnes' 100th match
Yeah.
from this one. Right.
He hasn't got a lot better.
Both players have touched that ball.
Yeah.
But it's the question of, do they consider it as a knock-on? This man eats the ground as well. I think he's just got control of it enough and then loses it once he crosses the line. Because that's still, for me, in his hand when he falls, and then I think he then loses it. And Tipperick didn't even have it clean, I don't think. Says Easy Aussie, and also Brad got the same as says Nate. And also we have there why you come in with bad luck. Says go and guess, yeah, they were going all right till I showed up, I think, weren't they? So that he's regained that enough, smacks his face really hard on the ground.
Yeah, it's hard to...
This is going to be a big call in
This
the
is
match.
going to be a big call, actually, because there's not really any sort of timing there. Yeah, that last replay was a little bit condemning because he's certainly the ball short for a start.
So that's definitely back off Richie Moonga.
I think so. So we'll eliminate the first one, we believe, even though Ansom's got his hand in there, but it's certainly back off Moanga.
And have to give it, I think, says Easy Ollie. Yeah. What was the on-field? Was it on-field try or on-field no try? Because that will be the decider.
I think on-field try. But this is it this replay here? Yeah, I'd give it to him.
You say it's a try?
It's ugly. He hasn't. You wouldn't say he's 100% got control over this. This replay here is the ugly one because he comes down short there. And then it's
Big
actually
decision.
not clear. So I think they're going to give it.
And I think that comment from the TMO was actually not clear enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So nothing clear and obvious. Wales have fired back as soon as I sat down.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Right from the kickoff. Hey, we bombed the kickoff.
No wonder the Welsh like me.
Right.
Oh, did that stop again?
No,
No,
I'm
you
still going. So now we're straight back into a 6-point margin again because Anscombe's going to kick this.
How's he been going at number 10?
You know, all right, solid. Yep.
Because I've heard you say...
They started off with a hiss and a roar and they were moving the ball around everywhere and that, and they sort of slowed up a little bit and started to bring the ball a bit further back. They couldn't break through out wide, so... but it's just been the silly little penalties that have kept both teams in the game, basically. Wales give away a few silly penalties at the start. The All Blacks scored a few. Then it was the All Blacks' turn to drop the ball 3 times in a row after I said they were doing so well.
Everyone in the chat is saying that you might be Welsh.
I could be Welsh.
I mean, the red shirt underneath could be a Welsh kit.
Nah, it's a Wemini golf. Wemini golf.
Is that a dragon I see?
Oh, I could have said something here. That would have got me in trouble.
22 metres out, New Zealand with the line out.
Yeah.
And also, their try was a 50-50 decision, yeah. And with the fact that it was on-field try, it was always going to be tricky to overrule it or find something clear and conclusive enough to then have it go against the Welsh. And also shows adaptation too, says Golden Guest. And also Wales might get the upset win. They could. At the Principality, it was never going to be an easy win for the ABs. Definitely not with the fact that Wales just seem to be able to bring it every time they play at the Principality.
Well, it's just at the moment, it's just mistakes.
Because Smith's had a great game by the sounds of it.
Artie Savia, he's been huge. Smith's playing really well. Now we've got a penalty advantage again to the All Blacks this time.
Dalton, how's Dalton been going at 7?
Dalton's been going all right.
Okay.
Yep.
Now Savia sells that massive dummy that he knows how to Aaron Smith in support. And it will be Aaron Nugget, as he's nicknamed, round the side of the breakdown. The two players who you literally just said have been two of the best have now linked up and scored the try for the ABs. Oh, have you had many spammers in your time?
Only this will be the second one, but
they follow me as well.
we got rid of the other goober. They kicked his ass out pretty quickly.
It's been a very messy game all round, says Easy Ollie, and also the ABs will score 5 more. 5 more?
No, I've changed my prediction.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the All Blacks up by. Well, I said they were going to go down by 6 for a start. I thought they were going to run away with it in the second half and win by about 25.
Okay.
So, because I think the potential is for it to open up.
But deep briefs.
It just comes down at the moment. We have a penalty advantage at one end, they score. Other team gets a penalty advantage, they score. There's about 4 or 5 tries been scored under penalty advantage at the moment.
I mean, this is not your stream. Let's go, Dad. Yeah, I'm just watching.
Get on with it. Come on.
no, this is all you, Richie Moonga. Kick's gone over. 36 points to 23 now in favour of the ABs. Another try wouldn't be a terrible idea for the All Blacks at this point in the match.
No, I think they've, first thing they're going to do is secure the kickoff for a start. That's a big dummy.
He always sells them, Artie Savia.
A huge dummy.
Anyone who's watched the Hurricanes for a long time knows he loves selling that one as if he's going to throw it all the way across the field.
I think he was trying to throw it to his mother in the crowd.
Yeah. I see. He was celebrating it as well.
Here's the kickoff.
Taken nicely by Whitelock.
Right. We've got our hands on it this time. We've got a man over the top.
I think that's Alan Wynne-Jones, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It is well and truly over the top, but it's come back to Aaron Smith. Box kick again. I think that's gone too deep.
Good bit of distance on it from Aaron Smith. Must have been just inside of the 22.
Just inside the 22.
They've got this new stat for the Autumn Internationals of territory gained. So 37.7 metres kicked for that kick of Aaron Smith's probably quite a good gain.
That's not bad for anybody considering where he was.
I do see that Christ Chinzer now making his way on the field, the big man, and number 20.
I think the Welsh might be starting to get a little bit tired here. We're starting to have these slightly longer meetings for line-outs. We haven't seen too many of them, but last couple of line-outs, for Christ's sake.
No, it's Christ Chinzer. Another advantage in favour of the Welsh.
The refereeing here is absolutely pedantic.
Cross kick. Caleb Clark cleans up out on the wing.
I don't want to bag the referee, but shit, mate. You've got 30 people out there and they've got to stand somewhere.
Penalty goes the way of Wales again. If this was a clinical side, ABs we're playing against, it would be double trouble, says Surin.
We have a line out. Sam Whitelock goes up. There's no resistance. So he falls through. It runs around. Affects nothing. What does this affect? Oh, well, to be fair, the Welsh guy did drop it into him, which I didn't see. So, but he shouldn't have dropped it anyway.
Big kick downfield from the Welsh. So that will now put them 15 metres out from the AB's line, and they'll look for a rolling maul once again. And Dad's word of the day is pedantic.
Team meeting.
And not straight either, says Easy Ollie, and yep, says Daniel there.
Well, that's why Whitelock ended up going through. But anyway.
23 and a half minutes left in the contest.
We know Wayne likes to be involved. Good pressure by Sam Whitelock there on the on the line-out throw. They've lost about 10, 15 metres out of that. But
Thomas Williams able to regather. Scott Barrett. How's he been going, Scott Barrett, in this game? He been any good?
Haven't seen a lot of him. He's been steady.
Okay.
He's been doing what he has to be doing.
Okay.
We don't need to be seeing him all flashy and all the rest of it.
I've heard
he's been on Adi Savier's shoulder for the 2 tries that Adi Savier scored. So certainly... Oh, that's a bit of a roll out of there.
That's a risky one. Sever Reese giving away the penalty there. Trying to go for the illegal clean out. Thomas Williams takes quickly with the step as well. The flying halfback offload up. It was flat, so they might have to check this one. But hang on, they've gone back.
I tell you what, that's why not Adi Savia, Sever Reese shouldn't be an All Black.
Oh,
that was absolutely dumb.
The fact that the other man got called out on the breakdown and then he still decided he'd have another crack.
Yeah.
Then he could have almost given away one there as well.
He had a crack at the ball over the top. He thought he had the rights to it and possibly did. He got rolled out of the way in an almost suspect motion and then got the shits with it and decided to put a cheap shot in around the side, gave away the penalty, the fast tap, he's out of the play. And they go 30 metres down the field and nearly score. Absolutely dumb.
I see Gavin's comment of watched Hamish for ages, never heard so much cursing on a game. This is fun, guys.
Sorry. Sorry, people.
I mean, to be fair, like anytime me and Mum do a live stream now, she drops a few swear words as well. So that's Lions ball, or that line ball. Says Isaac there, and held on to, says Golden Guest saying now.
Anton Leonard-Brown's on for Sever Reese. So Ian Foster must have been thinking the same way that I was, that was just dumb.
Well, question, who goes out to the wing now in that back line?
Rico, probably.
Just think you try a bit of Rico on the wing. Because he hasn't played too much of 14, has he? He normally plays on the 11 side.
Just about straight up in the air. Oh, no, not quite from Aaron Smith.
And Nazi Williams wants you to swim more. He knows all the good words.
I can swear like the best of them.
Asked out whether the AB's better in his day. I dare you, says I am nutty. Depends when your day was, doesn't it?
Oh, that's harsh.
No, like as in like whether you're talking the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s,
certainly rugby was different, so it's sort of hard to compare teams for teams. The 87 World Cup team for New Zealand.
Kenowan's just almost fall over himself there.
Almost. Fletcher Newell, good run.
New Zealand getting the ball back. Geordie Barrett sells the dummy.
Yeah, the 87 World Cup team was probably one of the better teams around that I can remember. Simply because they changed the way that rugby was sort of played a little bit. And it caught the rest of the world.
Oh, Rico doesn't quite get the bounce of the ball he was after.
So Rico's on the wing. Sever Reese is packing his bags to go home.
See, there's a lot of colourful paint on players. Is there some sort of big painting on the field?
I suspect that they painted the white lines just before the match. Yeah.
See,
Cody Taylor, he's got a straight white headband.
Geordie Barrett also has got that stripe down the back, kind of the racing stripe.
Yeah. I think I don't think the white paint was fully set when they showed up to play.
And Tim has said Sever was too hit and miss in his performances recently, says Tim Rogers. He'll either have a great game or a not great game.
No.
I guess is the best way of describing it. And that's the thing, the number 14 jersey, really for the ABs, if you take Sever Reese out of the equation and you put Will Jordan to 15 perhaps in the future, that jersey's wide open.
Yeah.
For a future number 14, whether that's going to be Sean Stevenson, a man who got 2 tries in the game up against the Island A's side, or whether you do look...
Yeah, I think it's our weakest position at the moment, is our cover for 14. Not sold on Sever Reese. He does some brilliant things. He does some really dumb things. He tends to be sort of... He likes to get in and try and strip the ball when he's making a tackle rather than making a tackle. And he's quite good at stripping the ball on the ground, but then he has to realise that if you don't get it, you can't stay in the contest.
Thomas Williams fired back into the pocket.
Well, these guys here are a mile offside.
Lewis Rees-Zammit. The thing is, he didn't even need to be offside. He's got that much pace.
Yeah.
Geordie Barrett now looking to put the kick in behind. Instead, decides to pass it off to Ofa Tuangafasi. Has come off the bench for the ABs. Going back for the initial knock-on in favour of the All Blacks. Geordie Barrett, I've heard from the lounge that he hasn't had a terrible game either at number 12.
Geordie.
Would that be correct?
Yeah, they had him and Richie Mo'unga had a bit of a balls up on the first try that Wales scored. They both effectively tackled the dummy runner. Neither one of them got the guy with the ball, unfortunately, but he's been solid without being brilliant, I would say.
Do you see potential in future for him being New Zealand's inside centre rather than fullback?
It's sort of hard to say at the moment. He played that brilliant game against Aussie. The backline side of it hasn't sort of progressed much further outside of Geordie Barrett or anything in this game, so it's sort of hard to it's hard to judge. Certainly in the first half, the centres had no running room, or they had no ball running. Rigo Ioane, I think, touched the ball once or twice. Caleb Clark once or twice, maybe. It just doesn't. Even though the ball was moving around early, they seemed to go a couple of passes wide, and then a forward would run it back in or punch it up. So I don't know whether that's because the ball's slightly slower getting along the back lines, maybe because people are not quite so sure where people are, that hasn't allowed that ball to get fast enough. Wales's line speed doesn't look certainly as intense or as fast off the mark as what other teams in the past have against the All Blacks. So you'd like to think that the ball should be able to move fast enough to actually get it out so that, we've got some huge attacking force in the midfield and the wings, but we just can't seem to get the ball there quick enough at the moment.
All Blacks move up to the 22 with the rolling ball. Also, Kiriwani making his way onto the field. That is for Shannon Frizzell at number 12. Geordie Barrett with the crash ball tackled by Chipperick, one of the try scorers for the Welsh.
Not enough forwards at that ruck there.
Savi has done well to not just join it, but then go out of it and then play halfback as well.
Yep.
Now Smith looking off to the right-hand side. It's going to be the run for Samasoni Takiaho, the man who came off the bench for the ABs. It was a risk to start Cody Taylor. A lot of people said, but has he had a relatively good game? He's starting to find it again.
Yeah, pretty good game. We've obviously been strong in the scrums. And apart from the one line out that he missed where he overthrew it, solid performance, I'd say, from Cody Taylor. Certainly probably one of his better, most consistent performances so far this year anyway, certainly.
Barrett hits it up. That being Scott. Now Artie Savi, he's enjoyed a pick and go from just the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now we've seen
Artie Savi. Caleb
drop
Clark.
Ball. Caleb Clark not able to hang on to it, but it's gone backwards, they've said. So Wayne Barnes tells the Welsh to release 10 metres out from the line now for the All Blacks. Smith goes off to a Kiriwani for his first carry of the match. Now Smith.
Alan Wynne-Jones, very slow getting up after that tackle.
I mean, you can only get up so many times when you're a Terminator, can't you? Eventually, the body says, not happening. I mean, you just got to look at him for the British and Irish Lions tour, though.
All Blacks under advantage again here.
Under advantage. Yeah, I think every time a team's been on attack, we've seen an advantage in the time that I've been here, and I assume that was the same for...
We've got Caleb Clark standing way over on the far wing. He's probably dropped more balls than he's caught today, but he's keen to have another crack at this one.
Christ, Ginger tries to get into that one, doesn't get the turnover. Now Artie Savi might consider selling the massive dummy. I mean, Caleb Clark, with the amount of the fin that he goes, he gets up and goes again.
Artie Savi
tried the massive dive. Didn't quite work out as he was actually caught in the process. But they might end up, they can have a look at this one.
They may look at it. I think he did get it down, but he wasn't 100% sure.
He tried to go for a springbok dive.
Sidman dive.
It didn't quite work out for him. He got caught halfway through, and then he got to that awkward stage
Oh, shit, have I put the ball down? Oh, he's got his hand under it.
See, the thing is there, if he had gone over the top of that defender,
Down there, though.
that would have been a penalty for jumping over him, wouldn't it? So he had to be a little bit strategic with how he did it there, Artie Savia, because if he did it slightly differently,
the advantage he had was he didn't have the man in front of him, as opposed to he was through the hole first, so it was only ever going to be a side-on tackle rather than a front-on. But
and good commentary, young fella. Do you do horse racing too? I don't, but I've been told that I should. The Melbourne Cup recently taken place.
Yep, you missed that one.
Yeah, I have no idea who actually won that thing. How does it get judged? Is it like
first horse over the line?
The big race. There's just one big race, or is it like
there'll be 10 races or something on the card, or 12 races on the card. But the Melbourne Cup itself is one race.
And a horse won it.
Yep, a horse won it.
There you go.
Yep, the fastest horse won it.
Did you see the Sonny Bill Williams versus Mark Hunt result?
Nope.
Do you want to know it?
Yeah.
Or do I tell it now just in case someone might be buying the pay-per-view? Yeah. We'll save it for now.
You tell me afterwards.
All righty.
All right, Richie Moanga.
Although now that I've brought it up, someone's going to say it in the chat, aren't they?
Oh.
Mr. Way to the right.
Moanga. Missed it.
He's got a similar patch to what Isaac's got. Isaac has like a grey patch of hair on the side of his head.
I think that's probably just white, is it?
Yeah, it's just the paint for him, but Isaac's is not. Unfortunately. He doesn't mind it though.
This fella here doesn't look very old.
No.
Oh, it's a young guy. Debutant. Sam.
Debutant.
Yep.
Age
come
of
in for halfpenny. Yep.
Yeah, I heard a rumour that Lee Halfpenny was out late. It's a bit of a shame because he actually got injured in that game up against, I believe it was Argentina a while ago. He's sitting with Warren Gatlin, says DJ. And they're not quite. Is that saying that you look like Warren Gatlin, perhaps?
Is that what they're getting at?
I don't know. The similarities aren't really that close, unless, of course, they're saying you're Welsh again.
Oh, I haven't got any Welsh heritage, I don't think. All right, Brad Webber's on.
Now, nice take. Anscombe, driven backwards by Rico Ioane. Still another, players doing some roly-polies in back play. Ken Owens, another attacking player. It seems like they're going to be relatively late bringing on the replacement. In fact, was that Dylan Lewis? Might have had that ball now. Christ Chinza goes across to Tipperick. He seems to be joining the back line quite often. Here comes Lewis, reset its pace, but Caleb Clark has been able to match him pretty well by the looks of it in the foot race.
I think it might be off the All Blacks. No, we're playing on.
Referee said play on. Wyn Jones is over the hill. What is he doing playing? Says Michael. He's just making sure he gets a few more minutes before the next British and Irish Lions tour. And Scum kicks it back downfield. The All Blacks back on attack. Bowden Barrett says we might as well kick it back to them. And it's going to be now Wales for the corner. Richie Moanga. Brilliant tackle. Drives him into touch. He's hurt himself in the process.
He's blowing a hammy.
Well, Bowden Barrett's going to have to apologise and carry his bags back to the hotel, I would think. Because that was fully Bowden Barrett's fault. Decided that he wanted to kick it downfield. Great charge down. Done well to avoid getting smacked in the face with it.
That's not even close to going over him.
And this tackle from Richie Moanga, he dug in deep there.
Yeah. To
try and make that tackle. It was the knee, I believe, that he was holding in the end. So hopefully he's going to be all right. I want to say it's just maybe a bit of cramp. But, oh, no, that's looking like around the calf region. Now, you have blown a calf.
Yeah.
You know what that's like.
It takes the fun just right out of everything. No, he's still walking, so...
He's all right?
Yeah, it can't be a calf.
Okay, he's done well.
You get a funny front foot step when you get a calf muscle go.
I mean, I guess it's one way of Bowden securing his fly half jersey.
Yeah.
Just injure Richie.
Right. Well, that was a couple of poor kicks by both Bowden brothers there, or both Barrett brothers there. The first kick down the field by Geordie Barrett was just an absolute nothing.
Nice take from Barrett there. Now Webber. He must have only very recently made his way onto the field as well for the ABs. Might consider going for the kick himself here, seeing as the record that we're seeing from a couple of the Barretts in recent times. Good clearing kick from Brad Webber.
Great clearing kick.
About 40 metres out now. And also we have got this. Let's hope the Black Caps get this one too. Of course, they're going to be playing up against South Africa in their November 9th matchup in the semi-finals. And are we going to take DMAC as a third fly-half option for the World Cup next year? I think it really depends on what they decide for Bowden Barrett, whether they're now going, he's our fullback, or whether they're now going, he's our fly-half. because then Damian McKenzie may even find himself as the second option.
Right, Scott Barrett's off.
That's going to be his night done, and I believe coming off the bench, there will be Tupavai, who has now made his way out onto the field once again. The All Blacks will have a little bit of a mistake there. Dalton probably a big shot coming in there, though.
I tell you what, they're lucky that that ball bounced away from that fellow that Samasoni Tagiaho was lining up.
David Arveli also making his way onto the field. That makes me curious to know who's been subbed off for him, because Caleb Clark's still out there. He's got a bad limp at the moment, though, Caleb Clark, by the looks of it. Seems interesting that they would take someone else off the field. So Leonard Brown is out there. Haveli's out there. Bowden's still there. I believe Richie Moonga was actually in behind, I want to say. He's playing a bit of fullback at the moment. So it might be Geordie Barrett off the field.
Yeah, Moonga's still out there. So,
although Geordie, I think that's actually him in back play. Is Moonga still out there?
I'm picking Moanga's gone.
Don't want to risk him. Definitely not this early on. I know you're nice. Says Nate down Bullavanaka, switching gears a little. What's your dad's assessment of the New Zealand Kiwis in the Rugby League World Cup? If you watched recently, Up the Batty says, Let's Go Retro Podcast. And there as well. So how do you think the New Zealanders will go in their match up against Fiji later on tonight? Last time playing at a Rugby League World Cup, 4-2 in favour of the Fijians.
I don't think that's happening today.
No, I hope it's a bit higher scoring.
I would like to think the Kiwis would get up by 20.
Up by 20, okay.
There you go. I haven't actually watched too much of the rugby league, so I'm sort of going a little bit blind here, but I'd like to think that the Kiwis team has got a bit of strength to it. It certainly looks like there's some class players there, so I'm picking them to get on with it.
All righty. Also, we've got the Will You Do Spain versus Tonga? We will not, mainly because there is Springboks versus Ireland taking place at the same time. So I feel like if we covered the Spain versus Tonga game, we'd have a lot of angry Springbok supporters and a lot of angry Irish supporters. Well, they won now a big run forward. Owen Watkin.
That was a good tackle by Haveli, was it?
I think he went
22?
around the bootlaces, didn't he?
David
Really, that's going to be a drop ball from Wales.
Good work.
8.5 minutes left in this contest. Not a lot
Not
of time.
by Wales, by the All Blacks on defence. Not good work on the drop ball.
Disappointing. Do I hear a set of bagpipes?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Someone from Scotland's made the trip over to Wales for this matchup. It's only a very distant one. They might not have even let him in the stadium.
I think he's at the wrong ground. Scotland played earlier, did they not? Against Fiji.
Good win up against the Fijians.
Yeah.
And us Irish, well, me anyway, are always angry. Says Maurice there.
He's got the wrong ticket.
Yeah, although maybe he is also a week early. All Blacks playing Scotland next week. Game. Maybe trying to put a little bit of something in the back of the AB's head.
He's got the wrong ticket. He's got his weeks wrong.
Only 7.5 minutes left.
He's waited for ages to finally book his ticket. I'm going to the game. Oh, why are these people in red? Scotland don't play in red.
Brad Weber 10 metres out from the line. The All Blacks with a defending scrum here. And the ball has gone down in the front row once again. Wales.
The scrum's been solid, actually. The scrum's been good.
Kicked him high, and Rieko Ioane trying to clean it up, but nicely claimed there by Rio Dyer. How's he been going, the young winger?
Scored a good try.
Okay.
Scored a good try. Unfortunately, couldn't stop Geordie Barrett scoring a try over the top of him. But then he was always on a hiding to nothing there when you've got Geordie Barrett coming through with momentum for the jump as opposed to standing still for the jump. But he put a bit of...
Off the foot, going to be play on.
Here's an opportunity.
To Barrett, Savia, skip pass out to Caleb Clark. Can he get his acceleration going? Tipuric has been able to make the tackle there.
Well, he's caught it. That's the first move.
Oh, a lot of
pressure. He hasn't set it up very well, though.
Penalty for the All Blacks.
And now he's got a sore head. And he's got white paint on his head too. So that's where he landed.
Okay, straight on the line. Tipuric, he'll be a bit disappointed with giving away that penalty. He'll also be disappointed with the amount of hair that is seeping through the headgear. Unfortunately, just not quite sitting right. Almost like a sprinkler, isn't it?
That's a bit harsh. It's not something I have to worry about, though.
No. I mean, I got one earlier on the live stream saying about how my hair one day will look like yours.
It could do. So
And
Hamish is making the most of it while he's got it.
That's why I said that I'm definitely not going to trim it for a while, because or else then it might not come back.
No, that's it.
Which would be a shame, wouldn't it?
That was my downfall. Yeah, I got a haircut once.
Where did Mum go? She went back to bed.
Yeah.
I think she was yawning quite a bit throughout the first half, wasn't she? And then pretty much as soon as I came, she was like, yep, I'm going to bed.
This is a good
Right on
drive.
the side, Takiaho. Lowering in 3 of the defenders in the process, but Tipperick, is he going to be able to roll out of there? He's managed to just get out of the way enough. Weber.
Wayne's been calling those all day as penalties.
Once again, Weber gives it off to Tuanga Fussy, playing his 50th test match for the Kiwis. Caleb Clark really getting into the action right next to the breakdown there, which means there could be a gap out on that left wing side if they eventually decide to use it. I think Anton Leonard-Brown wanted it, but he's angrily stomping across to the right now.
Working his way back across, I think. Yeah.
Another big carry.
He's lurking in the back, waiting to make his entrance.
Weber. Oh, who was that? Was that Anton Leonard-Brown? No, that was David Havili that time to make the little mistake.
That was both of them. And neither of them, but he ended up getting it.
Samazoni Takiaho around the side. The Chiefs combination there.
Right. The All Blacks are starting to line up here. There's a little bit of white line fever starting to come in, I think.
I think there's a few players who are really trying to get their names.
They need to just calm down and get back to what the plan is.
Another Chiefs player, Tupavai. Weber going off to the right-hand side to Dalton Papali'i.
That's a good leg drive.
Oh, Geordie Barrett's very angry at his forwards. He's just spanking Samasoni Takiao and smacking Tupavai on the back, saying, you go that way.
Get out of the road.
Now they're going to that side. Maybe that's why Geordie Barrett's going to get the try. Now he's a happy boy.
Somebody was in the way of the move. I suspect.
He was telling all the forwards to go across to the right so that Geordie Barrett could take the glory on the left.
We've got a move sorted.
Now, ref didn't call the penalty. AB's right off his feet, covering that ball. Says Golden gets there, and also we have got there and the chat as well. Boo, crack from Wales, says Hershey there. Or Hershey, I should say, and try time it, and that's the ball game, people. Says Isaac in there. So I originally heard someone, I can't remember who it was, predicted 40 points to 10, somewhere around that margin.
Okay.
Now, they weren't a mile off.
There's a man there asking who my favourite current player is.
Ooh, me.
Wow.
I'm quite the player, aren't I?
An All Black player?
No. All Blacks.
I have a lot of time for Ardi Savia, and I also have a lot of time for Anton Leonard-Brown.
Okay.
I'm very, very big on thinking centres. Conrad Smith used to be one of my favourite players. He was never the biggest guy, never the fastest guy, but he was always a thinker.
I feel like everyone who's a Rico Ioane fan will now be like, straight into my soul.
No, nothing to do with that. But a lot of rugby nowadays is about making the right decisions and the ability to make the right decisions in fast time.
Yeah, Brad Weber. That was a nice play with Bowden Barrett and Geordie there. They had it in their mind.
Aye.
They knew what they wanted to do, and solid Brad snaky, says Nate.
That was in the backyard. Scott Barrett's just been done by the other two brothers.
Weber across the Tupavai. Quite a few Chiefs players actually making their way off the bench here for the ABs. You've got Anton Leonard-Brown. You've also got Samasoni Takiaho. Alongside him, you've got also Anton Leonard-Brown. I think I already listed him, didn't I? Tupavai, Brad Weber.
Yep.
Akira Ioane running it forward. Going short side. Nice ball from Brad Weber off to Rico Ioane. 1-on-1. Breaking one tackle. Breaking two. Offload to Weber. Just was a little bit low. Wasn't able to regather. But that's the thing. With Brad Weber now in the side.
And Harvey got down for the easiest of tries. That won't count.
Like, he's probably, for me, a player who was very unlucky to miss out on original All Black selection. So it's nice to see him now getting those moments. 23 to 48.
25 points.
25 points difference. That was your prediction. There you go. He knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
Not over yet. Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
True. And also we have got there here today, gone tomorrow. System.
That's about what happened.
And Conrad Smith, a lawyer degree. That's why.
There
There
okay.
you go. Who got the man of the match? Was that Artie Savia just got man of the match? Did they just say?
Nah, quite possibly though. He should have.
Big dummy Sal. Scrum feed for Wales. 40 seconds left. I wonder what the betting handicap was before the game. Says Easy Ollie. Oh, I know that Wales were they were $3.20 or so, weren't they?
Wales were 360.
360. So I would say probably the All Blacks to win it by about, I'd say 14 to 18 points would have been the handicap.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't look that far down.
Maybe a little bit more.
I put my money on Wales.
Did you?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have done that.
That fixed them. They were never winning from there.
And good on the mighty All Blacks. And I really appreciate the commentary from your parents and then you and your funny dad, says Cindy. And there as well. So how were you feeling overall when you first woke up for the live stream? Were you tired or were you...
What are we doing?
You see how your Papua New Guinea got a hiding, unfortunately, from England. It was a bit of a shame. And -12 was the handicap. Oh, okay, so a little bit lower. Now, running 40, a nice run. Now, Caleb Clark looking for the turnover, unable to get it. Now, Dalton Papali, they've said ball is out. Looked up at the referee to make sure he was allowed to do what he did. Now, back across. Anscombe gives it off now to the big forward. Will Rowlands at number 4. Back across. Seems like Wales, they don't want to give up just yet. The clock has actually sounded for the full-time whistle, but instead they're going to keep on going and attacking here for Wales. All slipping over. Dalton Papali straight over the ball. He's going to be a hard man to shift when he gets in that position. Yeah. And now the All Blacks, they could take the 3 to bring up the 50. I don't think they will, though. I think they'll go for another big attack. One more attack. There you go, going for the corner. I was friends at school with Papua New Guinea's PM's son. Wow. Says I'm nutty there. There you go. And ready up Scotland, says Nate. And the All Blacks rules, says Ray. And also nice people also went to the school without Papua New Guinea's from Bougainville War. Says I am nutty. And also Silver Surfer came through, Dad. Says Golden Guest in there as well. Thrown in.
Is that the Melbourne Cup?
Is it?
Could be.
And also we have got there 76% of people were right realists, I guess. Another rolling maul for the ABs. Down he goes. Tokyo is going to be impossible to stop from there. And he gets the try, brings up the 50, gets to take home a bit of the field as well on the left forearm. And that is going to be another try for the All Blacks. Is Dad taller or just seat heights? I think I'm slouching a little bit. So we are very similar height, aren't we?
No, I'm considerably taller.
Oh, I mean, half a centimetre?
Better looking.
Yeah, somewhere around the half.
There's a back roll.
Yeah.
The only difference in shoes.
And ask your
I'm
dad.
just sitting further forward, you see, make it look like I'm bigger.
And also, you've got time to crack the 50. And also, thanks, guys. That was bloody awesome. Hope more in the future. And yet, we have actually done State of Origin in the past before, haven't we?
We have done State of Origin before.
What's your plan for the morning?
Tomorrow morning?
This morning.
This morning. Oh, yeah, of course. This morning. I've got plenty to do.
Are you going to be up at 8:30?
Depends if I get back to sleep.
Because, I mean, Fiji play New Zealand in the Rugby League World Cup, so...
Do they?
Maybe. Maybe that game. We've done a bit of league in the past. Also, we have got there as well. Wayne Barnes will be going down like the M4, like a badger with his ass on fire, says Tim Rogers. And also Aaron Smith by a mile, says X there, and definitely his signature never fails to commit, says Golden Guest in there. And OMG, another try, says Hershey there. But New Zealand, 55 points to 23, the full-time score in this fixture. So you'd have to say a relatively comfortable win for the All Blacks. In the end, the last 20 minutes was always going to be the hardest for the Welsh to be able to keep up. It did seem like they started to gas. But it's going to be the
Northern
end.
Hemisphere teams, they come out with passion. They play with a tremendous amount of passion. And we've said before, the longer you leave them in the game, the more they believe they can win it.
So, Ireland versus South Africa is the next matchup. Do you see the Irish getting off to a dream start, or do you think South Africa will make it tricky for the first little stage?
Where are they playing it?
They are playing it at Aviva Stadium in Ireland. in front of a sold-out crowd, I would think.
I would think that the Irish will be all over them
Okay.
for a start. And I actually think Ireland will come through.
Right.
I don't think South Africa will be able to get up high enough to shut down the Irish passion.
And they are favourites, the Irish, going into that
Well, they should be
matchup.
the number one, aren't they?
That's true.
Number one in the world rankings.
Thanks for the commentary, Mum, Dad, and Hamish, says Matthew. Yeah, I feel like this was one of those live streams I just kind of sat back. Well, definitely for the first half.
I'll wake Mum up when I go back to bed and say that you thanked her. She'll be happy about
She'll
that.
be so annoyed.
There we are, 135, South Africa 15.
Ooh, big
Projection.
margin.
No, that could well be it. The only thing that would ruin a scoreline like that is if the whole game gets shut down by penalties, in which case it'll be something like 21-12.
We have got a new channel member, Jolene Pierce.
Oh,
is that their membership button? Thank you very much.
Welcome, Jolene.
And also, we got their Saffers will also be all B Ireland. They won't win the collisions and well played men. Bloody good win in front of the usual Partisan tribe on their Halloween Welsh word. Hello. Sorry, I'm still in Halloween mode. And also, we look at their dad. I took my missus to sleep in the lounge, so we win tonight, says Golden Guest. And also, we have got there. So, what did you think of Romania versus Chile? I saw that Romania started the match very well. Didn't get to see the end score in that game, though. But I assume Romania was still able to get themselves a win. So, a very good performance from the Romanians there. And big game will be super physical, says Hershey there. And also, we have got their prediction for the France versus Oz score. I think France win it by 10. I think that's relatively.
I am nutty. Score? Which score? This score?
For France versus Oz. Score prediction.
Very good.
But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. We have got a short 9 or so minute break, maybe 15. And then we are into the next matchup that has taken place between South Africa and Ireland. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, it is indeed. It's a big one, 6:30 a.m.
Okay.
When that one is starting. Thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We will see you all for the next